Tonight's forecast is sponsored by Ashbrook Audiology, where relationships matter.
Happy Wednesday to you, everybody. I hope you're doing well and managing to enjoy the beautiful weather we are seeing today. A lot better than we were on this Tuesday afternoon. As you remember, it was gloomy and a little bit on the wet side out there, or rainy Monday, excuse me, cool and windy Tuesday. And then today it's been beautiful. But let's talk about the long range outlook. You know, I enjoy looking at these maps, going out what the forecast holds for over the next couple of weeks. And we're going to do a complete flip flop pattern. I don't want you to think we're going to go from 80 degrees to 40, 30 degrees. This is not this type of cool down we're expecting, but we are expecting a flip-flop direction. As you see here, our temperatures will start to cool down a little bit, but nothing to the extremity where we're going to be freezing like we were the last several mornings too. So that's going to be some good news with that, of course. Hope your plants were able to survive. You brought them in overnight. It does appear that this week is the last of the frigid temperatures, as we're going to be going towards some much normal weather as you make your way up towards the upcoming week. So once again, the only warm part of this map, if you want to take an escape trip, is to the western part of the United States, out there towards Arizona, Nevada, out there out towards Utah, and even southwestern eastern California, excuse me, is seeing a lot more of those mild temperatures. And even a fun fact, parts of the Midwest earlier this week saw some snow, and there's a possibility even the Northeast could see some snow too. And our friends out towards North Dakota, South Dakota picked up on several feet of snow just a few days ago, and that's why it's been much cooler out there as well. For the rest of your afternoon, get ready to see a lot of the cooler conditions settle in, but nothing to be freezing the way you talk about that 63 here with a mix of sun and clouds. Moving on away towards 5 p.m., we'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies overnight, maybe a stray shower. We do have a frontal boundary that's going to be moving through out of the west, throwing back some light showers, maybe a sprinkler here or there. Don't expect a lot of precipitation as you make your way later tonight into your Thursday morning, but it's going to be very normal. Look at this. Our average low is 47. We're right near it. So that is where we need to be. Nothing we saw 30 degrees, 27, by the way, was the temperature that was recorded outside of the airport of there in the Blue Ridge Airport. It is where our thermostat is set out that way. So a pretty interesting scenario that we got very cold down there this morning, but nothing to be concerned with extreme freezing temperatures making your way out tomorrow morning as you start your day out with some mostly to partly cloudy skies. Again, a stray shower and or light sprinkler here is possible. Nothing to where your plants will be getting dampered later in the afternoon as well. Highs are going to be in the low 70s. It's going to be breezy once again as that front is coming through and moving in out of the west. It's going to give parts of West Virginia, Kentucky, and even northeastern parts of Tennessee some rain showers. Most of the rain will stay out of our coverage area, and most of the activity will stay well out of our region as well. Most likely West Virginia, Ohio, there up towards, again, the Tennessee, Kentucky River Valley, out towards the Ohio River Valley. We'll see most of that rain showers. For us, just a mix of sun and clouds, highs in the low 70s. So near normal as we make your way up towards your Thursday, and area-wide temperatures too. Nothing to be complaining about either. A lot of mix of sun and clouds coming into play. No rain expected. Again, a stray shower sprinkled, but nothing that's going to damper your activities as you make your plans. 73 Ridgeway, 72 here in the city, outside of 70 there on Rocky Mount, Boones Mill, Sidnersville, outside of 220. Maybe take your lunch outdoors in Rocky Mount, Franklin County. If you want to take a park visit up towards the recreational area up there, go ahead and take advantage of that. 71 outside of Boones Mill there, 63 in Meadows-Adan outside of Kreitz there. Nothing to be concerned about. Towards 57, maybe take a drive along the Parkway. 71 in Stewart outside of Patrick County. So a beautiful day is on tap for everybody. It's going to be breezy out there, southwest from 5 to 15 for everybody. Most likely we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. We may see mostly sunny skies later in the day. as we begin to see a lot of this clear sky coverage move out and about. So again, beautiful afternoon for everybody. Nothing to be complaining about weather-wise anyway, as we are finally now getting back to a semi-normal pattern. I know that map I showed you a little while ago that you're like, oh no, we're going to go from one extreme to another. And boy, it's so hard to keep up with Virginia's weather over the last several months anyway. Let's kind of take a quick recap back, story time, right? So get ready for this. We began January. First of the year, record high temperatures in the mid to upper 70s. And then we saw those snow back-to-back weekends consecutively. We had a bit of a dry spell right towards late January, saw a couple of minor snow events in February. Then we remained mild. And then pretty much after March, we got through there. And in April, we pretty much remained warm through the whole stretch of mid-February into mid-March. So we did cool off a little bit. But again, it did appear that we didn't really have much of this winter precipitation in with us. I mean, minus Monday, again, our folks out towards Patrick County picked up more on that little bit of that wintry mix earlier in the week. But things have been pretty nice to us so far. Something I do want to make a note about, the tropical activity could possibly be brewing as we make our way over the next week. Maybe we'll see what happens. There's a potential that there's an area of low pressure out in the Atlantic that could be stirring up some fuel that would give us some rain showers mid to late next week for us right now. But don't get too concerned with that, as right now we have a lot of this beautiful blue sky, mix of sun and clouds for the next several days as you make your way towards the weekend. So a beautiful afternoon to get out and take advantage of it. Lots of sunshine for most of everybody there. Very mild temperatures, and the good thing about this is that we're near normal, and that's where we should be. Then we're going to go running about 15 degrees above normal for the weekend, and then we'll cool down to be running about 5 degrees below for we should be for this time of the month. So flip-flopping pattern is in the making for sure, as we are finally trying to get into a subtle flow of where we will begin to see high pressure take over for the next coming months. As you know, the summer-like weather arrives this weekend. And then again, it does appear we kind of cool off just a little while. But other than that, things are nothing to be complaining about. As we like to call this, the boring days in the weather department. Really not much to talk about to you besides, the burn ban. Just keep that in mind. That goes until the 30th of this month. After 4 p.m. is the prohibited time to do burning. So maybe over the next several nights, you can do some bonfires, which those are prohibited. Just make sure to keep those contained as you're doing anything out and about as well. So sports fans, all your kiddos out there on the soccer fields, tennis, hitting the golf clubs out there on the golf course, you should be okay for some practices on their way. And we're going to take a quick break, and I'm going to head off now, as this is the end of me for today. We appreciate your company. Thanks so much for spending part of your day here with us, and we're going to switch things back over to Luis at the news desk. Take care. I'll see you on Thursday.
Your BTW21 weather forecast is sponsored by Zentmeyer Chiropractic.